what's up guys, in this video we are going to discuss how I would increase the conversion rate for the Shopify store as a conversion rate optimization agency owner. And in this video you're going to get some advices that you can apply to your Shopify store if you're making these mistakes to increase your conversion rate and how much you profit from your Shopify store. So the first thing that I would definitely do to improve the conversion rate here is regarding the images. When you're selling the apparel, you cannot get away with just images like that. You need images of people wearing your products, because people buy apparel to feel a certain way. They don't buy apparel just because of the apparel. They buy the apparel to get some kind of perhaps the confident feeling, or to get validated, or for the dating. So if you're selling the apparel, you must have the images of people wearing your apparel feeling the way that your customers want to feel. So I will show you one example of what I mean by that. So here we have the Gymshark brand. They're selling the gym clothes, but they're not just selling the gym clothes as every brand. They're highly successful, and why they're highly successful is because they have established themselves as a brand that makes their customers feel confident, motivated, empowered and stuff. So you can see like all these people that are wearing their gym apparel, they're feeling certain ways, so that their customers, when they're buying their clothes, they want to achieve that feeling. They want to get into that state of mind so that they appear a certain way. So you can see their models are feeling kind of confident and empowered. They're not smiling or something like that. So their customers, when they're buying their gym apparel, they're not just buying the outfit because like they can just buy any Chinese product for that. They're buying the Gymshark because they will feel a certain way when they wear their clothes, and that's what they want to achieve. So for that reason, if you are selling the apparel, images are 80% of your conversion rate, because that's why people buy the apparel. They don't buy it just for the sake of buying the jacket for the warmth and stuff. So for that reason, you need to improve this if you want to skyrocket your conversion rate. So this is the first thing. The second thing is that I like the thing that you have this save 85 Canadian dollars here. It communicates how much they're going to save, but your discount at this point is just way too aggressive. It is like 70% off. Like, why would somebody sell the jacket for 70% off? And another thing here is that you have this holiday sale at the top, which we're going to cover in one of the next steps. But your offer is just being way too aggressive, way too pushy, that at one point it starts to be irrelevant. They can feel like it's a scammy website, because like, where will you find a jacket that's at 70% off? And then you have this urgency, which along with the 70% off can just feel like a scammy website. A huge discount, then a timer, which is very typical for a drop shipping store. And of course, people will start losing their trust in you, and they will not buy from you, and you will not make any sale at all. So you need to fix that. You don't want to have at all this like huge discount here. You're not going to make somebody buy by having the 70% off, and you want to remove this urgency, especially if it's fake, because it screams untrustworthiness and it can largely hurt your conversion rate. Another thing about this is that when you are on the mobile, you can see how much of the real estate this whole thing at the top takes. It really doesn't make sense for the announcer bar to be this big, and you want to eliminate it completely. Or if you're about to reframe your offer, you want to make it just smaller so that you can pull your more important information above the fold and communicate them here. So this is another thing that you definitely need to do to optimize your conversion rate. So another thing is that you are selling the apparel, right? And you have the colors obviously, but your colors just don't match the exact colors of the product. So this is brown, but we can clearly see that it doesn't really match the jacket that we're seeing. So first of all, it's not matching, and second of all, these like colors just like that are looking way too unprofessional, and people, when they land on your product page, and this is based on the scientific research, it takes them only a few milliseconds to determine if they're going to trust you or not. And if they see the color swatches like this, it looks like a website from, I don't know, 90s. You are going to lose the trust immediately when they land on your product page, and they're just going to bounce back, and you have lost your money on Facebook, and they will not buy from you. So what you want to have here, you want to have the images of how the product look like as a color swatches. This is how it is on the Gymshark. So you can see like how more professional this looks like when you have the exact images of the product instead of just some colors that don't even match the product at all. So you need to definitely optimize this if you want to increase your conversion rate, because this combination of the urgency with these color swatches is not going to cut it. That's another thing. Then when you are selling the apparel, one of the most painful things are returns. And returns in the apparel most commonly happen because they have chosen the wrong size, and you don't have the size chart at all. So like a lot of people, first of all, will not buy it because they have no clue what's the size that they want to order. And secondly, if they have bought but have chosen the wrong size, they will just return it back to you, and you will lose your money on the logistics and stuff. So you must have the size chart on your product page above default so that it can help them with choosing the right size for them when they're buying your product. So definitely you cannot sell the apparel without it. Let's see on the Gymshark how it looks like. You can see just beside the select size, you have this size guide. You can click on it. This is how it looks when it's super simplistic, and you can choose like if you want in inches or if you want in centimeters, and you can see what is the chest size, what is the waist size, and therefore you can pick the right size and you don't have that friction on your product page, and which helps you with increasing the conversion rate. Another thing is that I like the thing that you have the free shipping offer, which is a great thing here. I think you are positioning that well. Maybe I would put it just below the add to cart. That is a good thing. Another thing is that you have this update thing due to high order volume. Our stock is very limited. If you're able to still press the add to cart button, like this message has to be completely removed. I've never seen this message on the product page. It appears completely untrustworthy. You can just say like that you are low on stock if you are low on stock. If you're not low on stock, don't say that because you will just ruin your reputation and stuff. So you want to remove this completely because it really doesn't communicate or help anything, and it just brings in the fake urgency scarcity along with this one, which is largely decreasing your conversion rate, and you cannot get away with it. So now let's see how the website looks on the mobile. And as we can mention, we have this announcer bar which is very big. We have to reduce that. Then when we scroll a little bit below, we have the description here. I like how you have written the description because it starts with the benefit and it's bolded. Then you have the feature of it. This is the technique called the front loading. I'm not sure if you're using that on purpose, but it's a very good thing that you're doing this. So I like that thing. Another thing I want to point out is that you have this section which is for the refunds. So not satisfied, we've got you covered. So when you're selling something and you have a whole section just for the refunds, it starts making your customer think like, if there's a whole section for the refunds, is this website at all trustworthy? Because why would they point out so much about the refunds? Does that mean that a lot of their customers are returning their products? So you don't need to have at all this complete section. You can just like communicate it somewhere here below the add to cart that you have the refunds and what is the time frame for that. So definitely no reason for you to have the whole section about it. Although I like the thing that you are pointing out that you have a physical location as well, which brings a little bit more of the trustworthiness, but this once again is completely unnecessary, so I would definitely remove that as well. Now the thing about your reviews, it's really good that you have reviews, but what you need to have images of other people wearing your products, because once again people are buying from other people and your whole product page don't have any of the human touch at all. You also need this star rating widget here above default so that you show how many happy customers you have. So if you don't have the images of other people wearing your products so that you can show them as your reviews, I would highly suggest you to incentivize your customers to send you images for the discount on their next purchase, or even perhaps a free product, because this thing will significantly increase your conversion rate, because it will bring the human touch to your product page and more trustworthiness, so that when they're exploring your products, they have some people to relate with instead of just like a plain product page with no people at all just showing the product. And that is the thing that largely helps the conversion rate, because once again, you want to have people on your product page if you want to increase your profitability. Now the next thing is that I like the thing that you have the FAQs. Great job on that. You want to have FAQs because it helps you with the objections handle and stuff. So definitely a great job on that. So now let's add the product to the cart to see how the cart drawer looks like. We have added this product to the cart. The cart drawer looks completely empty, and what you need to have if you want to increase your AOV, you want to add some of the upsells here below the product that's added to the cart, but you want to be very careful so that people can distinguish which product is added to the cart versus which products are an option to add to their cart. So you want to do that. And another thing that you need to do is that you need to bring the consistency with your colors, because here we have the green add to cart button. Then they click on it, but when they get to this cart drawer, their next color is gray. So this just brings that inconsistency and is hurting your conversion rate, because people are expecting again the green button because that's what they're clicked on. This is the principle called the consistency, and now you're breaking that flow with another color, which is just hurting your conversion rate for no reason. Then you have these trust seals at the bottom, which I like those, so great job on that. So definitely this is a place where you could increase your AOV and therefore how much you profit from each sale. So that's it for this video. I would say that you definitely need to increase the trustworthiness. You don't have any image of the people at all, and you're selling the apparel, something that is heavily reliable on images of people. Then you have all these urgencies and scarcities and high discounts, which again significantly reduces the trustworthiness of your store. So just fix that and you should increase your conversion rate. And after that, you can just like see how you can increase your AOV further with the cart drawer features so that you get to profit more from your Shopify store. So that's it for this video. If you'd like to receive my free trainings, click the link down below and watch the next video that will help you with increasing the profitability of your e-commerce store.